A new year means new things, so let's talk about the best things I've discovered in 2026 so far. Hi friends, it's Annika. Welcome back to my channel. We have our cozy candle going, we got a latte, which means you and I are about to sit and chat about my mid-year favorites, aka the best things I have discovered so far in 2026. I'm doing a few different categories, but the main thing to note about this is these are all products that I have not talked about before 2026. These are things I discovered this year that have changed my life or replaced things in my routine. The things I truly reach for every day that are new. I have been loving sit down videos lately. I've mixed a few more in these past few months, but I'm kind of wanting to mix more even into like the monthly upload rotation. I just think it's like a really fun way for us to sit and talk. I wanted to be picky with this, so to make sure I am truly giving you guys the best of the best recommendations and favorites, I divided this into 5 different categories, including beauty, body and hair, fashion, lifestyle, and stationery/work. And I tried to keep it to a top 5 for every category. So I'm really gonna be giving you like the cream of the crop. Also, I will have all of this linked down below. I'm gonna make a collection in my Shop My where it's all organized by shelf and category. Okay, starting with beauty faves, I have been so lucky to receive so much more makeup PR this year to try, which means the fact that I have reached for these certain products every single day means that I love them above anything else. Starting with my favorite discovery this year, this is the Rare Beauty bronzer in the shade Gentle. It is their liquid contour. I bow down to this liquid contour. It is beyond any other liquid contour that I've personally tried. I don't really know how to explain it better than it makes my face look like I have self-tanned, which I love. Like the glow that self-tan gives, this warms up my face in the same way, and it just makes me look so sun-kissed. I know it says it's a contour, but this shade on me really comes off as like the mix between a contour and a bronzer. When I layer a bronzer over this, it is just so beautiful. It's just so good. I will wear this on days with just some concealer, some brow gel, and some of this product, and it just honestly looks like I am a glowing goddess. That's just how it makes me feel. Not to toot my own horn, I don't think I look like that, but it makes me feel so pretty. I feel like that's the best compliment you can give a product, is that it makes you feel prettier when you put it on, and that is this product. Hold on, my mom is calling me. Hello. For me, a new discovery this year that honestly has taken over my life and I fear I'll never go back is tubing mascara. If you don't know what tubing mascara is, I'm not even sure I fully understand what it is either, but I believe, you know what, let me just look it up for you. So tubing mascara uses water-resistant polymers that wrap around each individual lash like a tiny sleeve rather than painting them like a pigment, and that helps it provide a more dramatic length and slides off easily with just warm water and gentle pressure. I honestly don't know why I would ever go back to regular mascara after this. The way I feel like it actually extends the length of my lashes, I feel like the formula builds upon itself, so as I put on mascara, it's like building on itself and making my lashes longer. But specifically a brown tubing mascara, that is my ish right now, which I have 2 really good recommendations here. The Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara in the shade Espresso. The one that I'm currently using that I've really been loving is the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water Tubing Mascara. This is a clean formula. I would say this one honestly works better or just as good as the Hourglass one, as well as the Persona one. This one's really pretty too. This mascara has more of a curved one, so I feel like it really grips your lashes. Now, this is a combo that I can't remember if I found it at the end of 2025 or in 2026. Yes, it was this year, because at the beginning of the year, I started breaking out again. If you guys have been following, you know I've been on this journey to clear my hormonal acne without medication. So I've been doing acne peels. It's like a face reality process. So I had to change most of my makeup to acne safe products. So I went on a journey to find the best face complexion makeup combo. I don't know the day I'll ever change this combo. I've been using it for months at this point. It is the Merit Complexion Stick. I use the shade Bone. I use it kind of like a spot correcting foundation. Spot conceal all around my cheeks where I have scarring. I'll do a little bit around my nose for redness. Combo with that, I use the Tower 28 concealer. and I use the shade BU. It applies and lays like a serum concealer. Like, it's so dewy and glowy. It's a little bit more light to medium coverage, but it looks so beautiful on the skin, and they're both acne safe. I'm gonna do a little skincare fave and also just more of a ritual I've really discovered this year, which is hypochlorous spray on everything. This is basically just like an antibacterial type of spray, and if you're acne prone, using this, especially in the summer, is super important. I got a little travel size one as my Sephora gift for my birthday. This is the SOS one from Tower 28, but really any hypochlorous spray. Anytime I start to sweat, anytime, I spray this all over my face. You spray it over makeup, you can spray it under makeup. If you're gonna reapply SPF, you can spray it on your face and then reapply. It's just meant to help minimize the chance of breakouts and keep your skin clean throughout the day. So I love this stuff. And the last one I am gonna mention, even though it is a much newer find, but I can just already tell this is one of the best products I've tried this year. It is from the Rhode Summer launch, and it is the Highlight Milk. I received the shade 02. I just love this stuff so much. Now, this is not an acne safe product, so I use it sparingly, but when I use it, it just makes me feel prettier. I love it. It gives my skin a gorgeous glow. I like it better than using like a pump glow primer, like the dewy gel. I enjoy those, but I feel like they look patchy on my skin, and they also feel kind of heavy and greasy on my skin, whereas this one I feel like soaks into my skin and it looks like my skin has a glow rather than I put something on it to try and give it a glow. I think it's the best product from their summer launch. I love the bronzer, but if I could only buy one thing and I could only recommend one thing, it would be the Highlight Milk. Let's move on to hair and body. I combined this into one. First is the Cyclar Rosebud Nutrient Rich Body Cream. In general, this formula I think is probably my favorite lotion I've ever tried. I talked about it in a vlog a few weeks back that I was trying to find like a holy grail lotion because I used to hate applying cream. It was like sensory overloaded for me. I hated the way my clothes would stick to it. This one just like soaks into the skin. It truly isn't heavy. It really does feel extremely moisturizing and hydrating. Like, I can wake up the next day and still feel not like residue of it on my skin, but like the, I guess, hydration on my skin, like on my legs. Really like the Rosebud scent. As someone who never likes rose, if I could compare it to anything, I think it smells like rose water rather than like, I don't know, like straight up rose. I have been using the Rosebud body wash. The only thing I don't love about this is that you can go through it pretty quickly. I've only been using this for maybe like 3 weeks. I would say this is definitely the star, but I wanted to just like include that this bundle has been my body care favorite. I have discovered, I think, probably the best self-tanner I've ever tried, which is the Tan Luxe Express Mousse Hydrating Self Tan Mousse. I somehow became chronically bad at self-tanning myself. Like, I went through a phase, I would say like summer of last year, where I was self-tanning with, I think, Loving Tan, and I had streaks everywhere. I looked so awful. Like, no matter how much I blended, there was lines going down like my neck and my arm. And then people started to point it out and be like, hey, you have a little bit of makeup that you need to blend like right here. And I was like, oh no, that's like my bad self-tan job. I was trying out all these different ones, which brought me to this Tan Luxe one. It goes on clear, which I know might sound scary. As someone who is like chronically bad at tanning themselves, I never have streaks. Obviously, pay attention and try and blend it thoroughly. It is so hard to mess up, and that's what I love about this. It's not lying when it says hydrating. I feel like this hydrates the same way this does. I've never experienced that before. And then ending with my favorite fragrance find from this year. This is from a brand called Lore, and this is their perfume called Lovely and a Little Twisted. I am beyond bad at describing fragrances and like notes of fragrances, so what I'll just tell you is that as someone who is very sensitive to strong fragrance, this has become like number one, number two in my perfume rotation. You can see how much I've used it. Like, I used to never wear perfume, and I reach for this every single day. It smells clean, it smells expensive, it smells delectable. I have two hair favorites to show with you. First one is the Kenra Blow Dry Spray. This is one of those hair products that like actually works. There's hair products that you use and you're like, I don't actually know if this is doing anything, but I think it is. This stuff actually cuts the blow dry time in half. Like, I'm not joking. The other night I was blow drying my hair, I forgot to spray this on. It felt like it took ages longer. Today I sprayed this on before styling my hair. My hair dried so quickly, and it's a heat protectant. Honestly, I just love the effectiveness of this. It really, really works. It's like magic for your hair. It really is. It's just like magic. Lastly, for hair styling, I'm not gonna take it out completely. I use this almost every day, but it is my T3. I don't know the exact name. This is what mine looks like, and it comes in this cute little bag. And it has all these different attachments. It's basically like a Dyson styler or a Shark styler. The only downside to this versus my Dyson is that it still has the 2 rods, but the power on this is better. And I feel like the smoothing effect of this styler is better. Like, the Dyson makes my hair frizzy sometimes. I love T3 styling products and heat tools, and this has been my favorite. Let's move on to fashion faves. I'm going to tell you the 2 shoes I have found that I reach for now over other shoes in the same category and have kind of replaced other things in my shoe rotation. My Steve Madden Tabbies. I feel like these are a divisive shoe. Like, you really either love or hate these, and I totally get if you hate them. They fit so well into my style. I love them so much. They've held up really well, and honestly, I just like them. I think they're a more fun version of a regular ballet flat. I feel like they have a little bit more style, and they have a bit more of a statement to them when I wear them with my outfits, and I feel like it really ties everything together. So I have been loving these. I wear them with almost every outfit. The second shoe is a pair of tennies. They've become like my walking shoe. I also dress them up with outfits. So I feel like these are the most versatile sneaker I have found in a long time. These are my Asics Gel Kayanos, and I love the colorway on these. I just think the cream and the silver is so pretty. They really just tie my outfits together. And I think that that's like the best way to find fashion faves, is to find things you feel like make a statement that reflects your personal style, and I think both of those do. And the Asics are super comfortable. Obviously, they're Asics. My next fashion fave is an accessory. I have just been obsessed with bangles. I love that these came back into style. This reminds me of like my 2006 childhood era of seeing all the cool girls wear bangles, but I was so young that like I wasn't really accessorizing like that. But I remember I would like play with my moms, and I just have this one very specific memory of like wanting a stack of bangles. I just think these elevate an outfit. I love that they add color into my outfits. So today I'm wearing like a pretty plain neutral outfit. Today I would pair like a red one and a cream one, and I love how it just adds like a pop of color. These are from Mango, by the way. One of the newest additions to my closet, specifically for summer, and I think they will be staying, are jorts. Like long jorts, long jean shorts. Let me show you because I'm wearing some right now. These are my dark blue jorts. I got these from Mango, and they kind of hit right below my knee, which is like, I don't even know if I can show you like my favorite sweet spot. I feel like below the knee looks intentional, kind of like mid-thigh above the knee looks confusing to me on my body type. So I really like these. I just bought another pair in a light wash. I kind of went through a phase where I hated all jean shorts on me. Like, I sold all of my jean shorts because I hated the way they fit. My last fashion fave that has truly, like, I wouldn't be talking about a pair of jeans unless they were unique, and once I find one I like, I cling to it and I won't stop wearing them. And for summer and spring, these have like truly taken over my life and have kind of replaced a lot of my jeans in my jean rotation. These are the Free People, I believe they're called like the twisted seam jeans. They give a little bit of a barrel effect. This is what they look like. I don't know if you can tell, but the seam literally twists here in the front. They're like the perfect mix between a wide leg that isn't too baggy and kind of like a baggy straight leg. I think they are so flattering. They come in several different washes. That's my only pair, but I think I'm gonna order one more because I wear them so much. They're low-waisted too, so I think they're really cute for summer. I have long legs, short torso, so any way I can elongate my torso is good for my body type, which is why I really love those. I have one more fashion fave, and this is a bag. This bag has changed my life for better. It truly has, and I love it because it was under $100. I think it's more worth it than, I would say, a lot of the like expensive or designer bags that I have. It's this black leather tote bag. It is from Mango, and I actually bought this for my solo New York trip. I bought it as like my carry-on kind of work tote bag. I wanted something a little bit smaller than some of the ones that I had, and also less expensive, because like these things get kicked under the airplane seat. It just ended up honestly surprising me. It's so nice when you buy things and you're like, oh, this will work, like I just need it for this, and then it ends up becoming like a holy grail in your closet. Yeah, that's this bag for me. What I love is that it fits so much stuff. I have like several pouches in here, and the straps are also thick so it doesn't get super like painful on the shoulder. But the shape is comparable to a Brooklyn bag, and I just like love that slouchy, I don't know, cool girl effortless tote look. And I think it was like $75. Okay, I want to do like some kind of random lifestyle faves. Okay, first thing is Depop. Yeah, no one told me that Depop is like the best way to shop. Why are y'all gatekeeping like that? I just always felt like I didn't know how to Depop. And let me tell you the secret if you feel like that way too. Spend some time scrolling on there and start liking things that you feel like fit your style. You can look up stuff like 90s athletic wear or vintage athletic wear and start liking things, adding them to your likes, because then the algorithm is gonna start getting an idea of what you like. What I've noticed is Depop, because there's so many people selling, it doesn't know how to just like push trendy stuff to you. You have to teach it how to, but then it'll start to learn your style, and then that's where it gets dangerous though. I'm gonna warn you, because there should be like a caution warning before you start using Depop, because it's addicting. But I have found so much good stuff recently on Depop. I genuinely feel like it's the only way I want to shop. It's put me off to shopping like full price on so many things. I think it's great because it's like a sustainable way to shop. You know, you're giving clothes a second life, but also you're obviously getting deals on things. I feel like it's ways for me to add to my closet without like breaking the bank. I don't know if this would be considered fashion, but I put it under lifestyle. My Cozy Land PJs. I got them for Christmas, but they've really taken over my life in 2026. They're my all-time favorite pajamas. I don't know how I'll go back to anything else. I just love the fit so much. The pants are so comfortable, and you can personalize them. I am just like obsessed. My fiance got me a few pairs for Christmas and he personalized them with my name. Next, I'm really passionate about this one, my Binks. I like refuse to drink water out of anything else at this point. I love when you're able to find one of something that you love a lot and you can just stick to it. That's me with my Binks. I just think the colors on them are like the prettiest. I think they're the cutest. So they just fit into what I feel like is my aesthetic very well. Make me excited to drink my water. You can get like the straw flip ones. I just have this twist on caps right now. I got it as a white elephant gift for a white elephant I was in for Christmas, and then it ended up getting canceled. So I just kept the gift, and I'm so happy I kept this because it changed my life. This is my all-time favorite bottle, and it really is that serious. My last lifestyle fave is my little Fujifilm camera. I got this for my birthday from Renee. It's the Fujifilm X-Half. And it is basically just a digital film camera. It has some of the Fujifilm like effects that you would get on a normal film camera, but you're able to scroll through them and play with it, and you can download it right onto your phone. It's been like my favorite way to capture memories. Okay, last category is stationery and work things that I've discovered, because you guys know I'm obsessed with anything that can make my productivity better or more fun. First thing, this laptop case. I would say Heaven Mayhem cases in general. I love this cheetah print one with like the gold lettering. I just think it's so pretty. Again, kind of like I said with my fashion faves, I love anything that I feel better emphasizes my personal style, because in that way I'm like expressing myself, and I feel like this laptop case is such a fun way to add your touch or your flair to, you know, something you use every day, like your laptop. Feel cute, and it makes my work feel cuter, so just beware. They don't have a bottom, so I wasn't aware of that, but this clear bottom is from my last case, but just so you know that like when you order it, it doesn't have a bottom. My next stationery work fave is this journal cover. This is one that I made in the style inspiration of a Louise Carmen journal cover. I have a video tutorial on how I made this on my Instagram, so I'll link that down below. I use this to hold what I would call like my diary and my brain dump journal. I also have my reading journal at the back, and then I have my junk journal or like my commonplace at the front. And I just love this entire thing so much. It holds memories, it holds experiences, it holds my thoughts, and it's just become like a really fun place for me to express myself. Yeah, I just thought I would mention it because I'm also so happy with like the fact that I made this. I'm very proud of her. I have one more work fave, but I will just put a picture of it. It is Notion calendar. I am so picky about my calendars. I can't remember how I found it, but they made it like a separate app. The way Notion is an app on your desktop, you can also get Notion calendar, and it connects to, I believe, either your Google Calendar or your Apple Calendar or both. I think it's meant to be a database where you can sync your calendars, and also it doesn't have to be in your Notion. It's like its own separate app, which I love. I synced my Google Calendar to it. I love it so much. I feel like it's exactly what I was looking for because it has the look of Apple Calendar, but it has the, obviously, all the features of my Google Calendar. What's so nice is anytime I update my Google Calendar, it automatically updates my Notion calendar. Also, it like has reminders for me at the top, but like at the top of my toolbar on my desktop where it'll say like writing lesson in 5 hours, and I can see the count, like it progressively tracks the time as it gets closer to the event, and it truly helps me stay on track. That is a roundup of my mid-year 2026 favorites. These are genuinely the best things I've discovered this year, things that have made it into my everyday rotation that I feel like at this point I can't live without. And that might be dependence on these products, but I'm okay with it. I think there's worse things to be dependent on than my bank. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you got a few product recommendations. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, I'm always on Instagram and TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, the dog mom thing has kind of taken over my life, so I'm trying to find like a good momentum and equilibrium in my life again. So I feel like content has just not been flowing as easily these past 3 weeks, but it's all gonna be worth it, and it's just a puppy phase, so I'm staying strong through it. But I love you all so much. Anyways, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye. A new year means new things, so let's talk about